to Students First with Dr. Christopher J. Childs. So this new vlog is going to be dedicated to teachers, showing you different tips and tricks along the way to improve your mathematics lesson instruction. Feel free to drop comments below if you have questions of what we're talking about. My goal is to have a new video every week, so it's going to build as we go along the way. Today's video is called Reverse Engineer It. We're shooting reverse engineer it from no free advertisements on this vlog. Hey, if you want to know the name of the hotel, you can always inbox me or they can pay for a sponsorship. So typically, let's think about a traditional mathematics lesson. In a traditional mathematics lesson, it's basically a lot of classrooms I see around the country. It's direct instruction. They use a gradual release of responsibility. I do, you do, we do. Sound familiar? The teacher does it, the students practice it together, then they work on their own. A lot of things problematic with this I do, you do, we do. So we're not going to use that. Because if it's a students focused environment, the I do, all the focus is on the teacher. Our goal is to keep the focus on the students throughout the entire mathematics lesson. So today we're going to look at a mathematics lesson, subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. I'm taking this lesson from Envision Math. This is not a sponsored ad. This is not a critique of Envision Math. I'm just using Envision Math for this example. So typically, this is a lesson using the direct instruction, gradual release of responsibility. You have your guided practice, you have your independent practice, and you have your problem solving. Most of the time, this is what happens. We work on the guided practice. Those are our examples. Show you what needs to be done. Then you work on the independent practice. You may work on all of them. You may work on the evens. You may work on the odds. If we have time, then we do the problem solving. But if we think about it, let's reverse engineer this thing. If we start with the problem solving, and if students can do the problem solving, they can do the independent practice. We have to think about Thomas Carpenter. Build upon the skills that students bring into the classroom. Build upon the skills that students bring into the classroom. Students come in with a wealth of knowledge. Our job is to build upon it. When we do the direct instruction, we're saying students don't know anything. So when we talk about reverse engineering, the goal is to get a rich problem-solving task that engages students with multiple entry points. Rich problem-solving task, engaging students, multiple entry points, and the students are actually doing the mathematics. As we reverse engineer it, check out this verb problem. When Mr. Goldman left on a business trip, his car had 3/4 of a tank of gas. At the first rest stop, there was only 1/2 of a tank left. How much gas had the car used? Now, here's the cool part. We have a task. We're going to pose it to students and see what the students come up with. In next week's videos, we will unlock the 6 stages of mathematics instruction to talk about how to incorporate this task. So we got this rich verb problem. Because typically we would start off with those guided practice, just a bunch of subtraction problems with no context. Now we got context. Pose this problem to your students this week. This is a 5th grade task. Pose it to your students and see what they come up with. And follow up with me. Leave your comments below. Reverse engineer it. Start with the problem solving first. Next week we're going to greater depth.
It's a new day,